And Robin, I got a call from Michelle on CART. Well, Michelle from CART sent out an email earlier this week about reminding people to contribute. And she indicated she had received that amount that you had sent in. I was
And
just
that
curious.
was our regular.
That was our regular?
That was our regular.
Oh, okay, okay,
That wasn't the extra.
okay. Hey, Mr. Carson,
I'm stunned and happy.
how's that?
1475 to cart in memory of Judy.
Yeah, I'm glad you know about that.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's quite a list.
well, a lot of love there, buddy, for you and Judy,
Mhm.
so.
Well, it's very, very moving.
We wish we could have done more before, but maybe somebody else will be spared the pain and hurt that you had to go through and she had to go through. So let's hope something comes up soon. A lot of work is being done on it, but it's,
I certainly hope that the solution is near,
yeah,
but I don't know. I see a lot of claims that it's, oh, do this or do that, and this and that, haven't done it.
Mm.
no. Unfortunately, people have a lot of access to bully pulpits or to the media where they can put all that kind of crap out, and it then gives people false hopes.
For sure.
Hi, guys.
Hey, Miss Cindy Lou,
How are you?
great.
Good.
There's Mr. Reed has joined us.
He's got his mouth full too.
Yeah,
Hey, Robin.
Hey.
we've got James going to speak today, so that'd be good. I got off a call earlier this morning with Bing, our missing member.
Ah,
He said in the COVID world, it just, hadn't made sense for him to, he's had other things that he had to get done and he hadn't had a chance to be here. But even, I told him about her coming back on a hybrid meeting, and right now, Edward Jones has them limited to 10 people or less in a meeting. But even though this is an
Gotcha.
Edward Jones meeting, but he's not supposed to join in on any live meetings of 10 or more.
Even if
More-
we're all fully vaccinated?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I would think they're going to relook at that policies.
Mhm.
Maybe we can get him back in.
He told me a while back, this has been,
Got some long hair and a beard.
yeah. He hadn't had a haircut, I don't think.
Yeah.
We had our annual meeting with him back in January, and he said, I'm on Zoom meetings all day long. I don't want to do another Zoom meeting.
Yeah.
Because he was meeting with everybody that way at
Yeah,
that
that's
time.
what they do.
I'm sure that's true. You get tired of interrupting people if nothing else, so,
We do a lot of them.
yep.
And there's Mr. Richard. Mr.
Hello,
Richard.
troops.
Yeah.
Hey, guys.
Are you
Long
in
time no
North
see.
Carolina? Are you up here now?
No, I am going to be up there next Thursday.
Sweet.
Oh, good.
Lord willing, creek doesn't rise.
Yeah.
Great.
Yep, we're really looking forward to it. We already started our preparations for our annual migration to the mountain nation.
Yeah, you got to put some thought behind that, don't you?
Well, 6 months is a long time to pack for.
Yeah, it is.
Yep.
but it's fun. I'm ready, past ready.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, today's a beautiful day. Actually, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and today have been really nice days.
It was
Well,
hot
maybe it'll
yesterday.
Yeah, it
Maybe
was. What?
hold.
I'm very happy for warm weather.
Mhm.
This winter just seemed to hang on up there, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. But I think we're done frosting at night though. Geez, we had a really late frost, what, a couple weeks ago. So now you can actually plant stuff and put it outside. So that
Yeah.
makes me happy.
I know. I was thinking about the orchard's apples. They dodged the first bullet. How about the second and third?
Well, the first one is the only dangerous one. The others weren't deep enough to hurt us.
Yeah.
Well, that's good news.
28 degrees will kill some. I can't tell yet how much. We'll have to wait and see a little further.
Well, hello, Bill.
Hello, Richard.
I saw your buddy Jack yesterday.
How's he doing?
He's hanging on. He's a tough old bird, I'm telling you.
He is as tough as anybody I know. I tell him he's on his 8th of 9 lives.
Yeah.
He got a new housekeeper yesterday from Panama, and she doesn't speak English, and Jack doesn't speak Spanish. So that ought to be really interesting.
Oh my, that doesn't sound too good.
No, that sounds like problems ahead.
Yeah.
We'll
How
see.
you communicate.
I talked to Ruby today.
Okay.
She called. She's not going to be here next week. She's been sick, but she didn't tell me yet. That's now she's
I was
better.
gonna say, I didn't know that.
I kind of fussed at her for not letting any of us know.
What was wrong with her?
She didn't say.
Oh,
She
okay.
said I
But
was
she's better now.
down and in the doctor's office every time I turned around. And
Wow.
but she is going today to stay with her son for 2 weeks.
Oh, nice.
So she won't be back next week, but she should be a week after.
After that. Okay.
Is she planning on joining us at the church or via
I think
Zoom?
so.
Huh? Good. Good.
Hey, James.
Yeah, we got James and George.
Howdy.
Hey,
Want water?
I got one. Thanks.
thank you for joining us, James. James is gonna have our program here in a little bit, so.
Right. Good to see
Guys,
you.
I was tied up the last couple of weeks with my son and his family visiting from Colorado. So how did the first in-person meeting go at the church?
That's
We
next
haven't
week.
had it. That's
First
next.
next
Oh.
week.
I thought I'd missed it.
No, sir. You can be amongst the inaugural crowd.
They know.
Yeah.
Okay, charter group.
That's right. We'll talk about that here in a little bit about how we're gonna handle everything. What time is it? 12:07, so we still got a few minutes.
Nelson's walking around.
Yeah, we got Mr. Walker and Mr. Nelson.
I had to
Hello,
go.
Nelson.
I'm here.
George, how you doing?
I'm good. I made it.
Nelson, you've had a haircut. Man,
No, it's just pulled back.
oh, it is?
Ah,
Okay.
he's got it stuffed under his hat.
You got it slicked back.
We just got to pull back in a little ponytail thingy.
You and Bing are gonna have a competition. See who can grow the longest ponytail.
Yeah, for sure.
He's got Bing beat. Bing is longer than he's ever had it, but it's not ponytail length.
Yeah, mine's over 12 inches right now.
Oh,
But who's counting, right?
Well, I am making sure. It has to get to a certain length before you can donate it.
Ah, okay.
Uh,
Okay.
Mine's
that-
about a nano.
Looks like George dropped out of the competition.
Yeah, a long time ago.
How was Virginia? George,
Yes,
you have a good time in Virginia?
we did. Great time. It's a long drive back to Edisto though. About
Bet.
9
You go.
hours.
Got weddings now?
Got a wedding Saturday.
Then you're coming back for good, huh?
Coming back till the end of May, with families all coming down for a week together. And then we'll be back for good.
Okay.
That'll be good.
I hope. I was working on the boats, trying to get them straight. May not happen.
Cindy, is it warm enough to get in the lake yet?
Oh, yes. We've been out several times. We were there last week and we're there yesterday and the day before. So yes, it is. It's lovely.
Good. Look forward
The
to
lake
seeing.
was- Yeah, the lake was sort of a mess. We had all that rain and it brings a lot of stuff into the water and floats around. But you give it a couple, 3 days and it'll clean itself up, which it did. So now it's really nice.
Is Alex still making good progress on his construction?
He is. He doesn't have a roof yet, but you can definitely see it from the water. He's got, his walls are up. They're working on the 3rd floor. It's not completely done, but you can see it. Janie's house is well too. It's got a roof.
Good.
And it's looking really good. So everybody's just about there. We didn't have to go through all that. Ours was already done, so.
We'll have to break a bottle of beer or something over the bow when you guys are done.
That's
Yep.
exactly right. We'll tie up in the middle of the lake somewhere and have a big old party.
Oh, boy.
It's a beautiful place, Lake James.
Yeah. And it's close and convenient.
Very. Yeah, we can get down there in about 35 minutes, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So you can go down for the day if you don't want to stay, or if you just have to go water plants or do something like that. So it's really good. We've been going there for so many years, but now that the pandemic has hit, everybody has discovered Lake James. So now it's a lot busier than it used to be.
Yeah.
Lots and lots of building. My goodness. Some people got some money somewhere.
Yeah,
There's
there was a
lots and lots
thing,
of building everywhere.
Right.
thing on the news last night that said lumber prices were up 320%.
Exactly. Is that ridiculous?
Wow.
You wouldn't want to build now.
No.
We got a subdivision that's just starting here in Pensacola. It's 340 acres, 860 houses.
Jeez.
I don't know where they're going to get all those 2x4s.
Yeah.
How many houses did you say that was?
Let's see, 860.
Wow.
It's going to be wonderful for the traffic.
Oh, the
Yeah.
traffic's already a mess. I can't imagine what it's going to
Yeah.
be.
Bunch of 0 lot line homes, it sounds like.
No, it's pretty good. Divide 860 into, what did I say? 887 acres, I think it is. So I think they're probably about 1/4 of an acre.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Hey,
Oh, hi.
Hello.
James,
are
you look
you?
like a redhead.
He is.
I have a redheaded daughter, so
What's your
good
name?
luck with that.
Tell him how to spell your name. Your whole name. How do you spell your whole name?
Isaac.
Very nice.
All right,
Good
go back and
job.
play. Okay, go play with your play. Yep. Yep, go play with all that stuff.
I stepped
Bring
away
it up
from,
here and I'll open it for you.
uh,
Sorry about that.
and I
Oh,
thought
that's fine.
Chuck had been into some, laughing gas. And I think we have a good looking child with us.
Yeah.
That's our smallest Boy Scout, right?
About to be. He's
James, don't
got a
worry
year or
about-
two left.
Don't worry about him. I said, all of us are probably sitting around wishing our kids were right that age right in front of us. So
Oh,
Yeah.
pretty cool. Time goes by fast. Enjoy it.
we got to see our granddaughter for the first time last week. Boy, was that good.
I
Yeah.
bet. I'm sure she's adorable.
Oh, she is, of course.
How old is she?
She is 1. And
Fun.
she brought her sister with her that's 3. And they spent the week at our condo on the beach. Boy, did they have a ball.
Mm. And boy, did Richard have a ball.
Oh, you know it. Boy, it was so good to see those kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Colorado's just too far away.
Yep. Well, it's 12:15. Shall we get the party started?
Okay.
Mr. Reed, would you do the honors of opening prayer and pledge allegiance?
I'm always glad to do that, Chuck.
Thank you, Reed.
Let's all bow our heads. Let's just reflect on what a beautiful world we live in. And with problems all around us, we have such a beautiful world to live in. And let's just try to make it a better place. Our kind and gracious Heavenly Father, we thank you for all you do for us. We thank you for our Rotary Club. We look forward to being back in person soon and being able to fellowship and extending the right hand of fellowship to each other. Bless us, we ask in thy name. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic
Public,
Which is
Which is stand.
under God,
under God,
Under God,
indivisible,
indivisible,
liberty,
justice for all.
for all.
All right, thank you. Thank you, and welcome everyone. We've got kind of a guest joining us. James has been around, but hasn't been able to join us much lately, but he's going to also be our speaker later today. So welcome, James. Look forward to your program here shortly. Do we have any announcements?
Did everybody see the newspaper? I got those 2 things in.
yes, we got good publicity. Thank you for doing that.
You're
Yes.
welcome.
2 places.
I want to thank everybody again now that the meeting has started. I was greatly moved by the donations in Judy's honor for the CART program. And just, I want to tell you how much that meant to me, and thank you very much.
You're most certainly welcome.
You're
Bill.
welcome.
Glad to do it.
Wonderful, wonderful lady is a small gesture, but yeah.
Well, I appreciate it very, very much.
Yeah, yeah, thank you. We have a couple other announcements. One is that Marvin's not here, won't be able to join us today, but he did reach out to Dark Sky, and they do have a slot for us on Monday, May 10th. So Monday, May 10th, they have a slot, and they've opened it up to a total of 18 people can attend. So we need to see who's going to be available, who would like to attend. It'll start, we'll give you more details, but just so you look at the, when and where. It's going to be Monday, May 10th, we meet at 8 o'clock at the Quonset hut for a quick tour, and then start the observatory program at 8:30. And what we had done in the past was, we started out with just the members, depending on how many we had that wanted to go. And then I think we were, as I recall, we didn't quite get it all filled at that point. We opened it up to spouses. And so now with 18, then that would mean 9 couples. Marvin said that he would like to go. So we've got that couple. I would like to go also.
Dave and I would too.
Okay. And George Walter, I see that. And I know George had indicated, the other George had said he's been, but if there was room, you'd like to go again. Is that right, George? Or no? Oh, okay.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine. Just leave room for other people.
Okay. Well, why don't we do this? Nelson, would you be able to, I'll get you the email information, and I think we should open this up and let the rest of the club know.
Yeah,
And then we can finalize it at the meeting next week as to how many we have. And
yeah, that'd be good.
does this sound like a good plan, guys and ladies? Okay.
Yep.
Let's just hope for good weather. Don't get rained out again or clouded out again.
I have an announcement that, tonight at 5:30 is that Zoom meeting on CART. I assume, did everybody get that email from the district governor about a week or so ago?
I
No?
didn't.
No? Okay. There's a link attached to this, at it from here. There's a link attached to it. It's at 5:30 tonight at the Rotary Club of Madison County. I will send this to you, Nelson, right now, and if you'll just get it out to everybody. And
I'll send it out after the meeting.
yeah, that'd be great.
Okay.
It's hard to tell, when they send you stuff, it's hard to tell whether everybody's been copied or who's been copied. It's really hard to tell.
And then we have our first hybrid meeting next week. So the plans on that are normal time like we've done in the past. And Nelson, I'll get with you to send out a note with all the details, but we're going to do a hybrid meeting. You can come and join, bring your own, it'll be a brown bag, bring your own food and drink. We'll have the black sack or, trash bag there for everybody to dump their stuff in at the end. And we'll probably need to get I can bring some wipes. And we'll probably need to get a supply that we keep there at the church and can wipe down the tables after we're done. But that's really all they're asking for, is that we clean up after ourselves. And our program is, Dr. or Marvin, wasn't he going to be the program?
Alex.
I think it's Alex.
That's right. Alex was going to be the program about earthquakes in North Carolina. Yep.
And then Chuck, did you get that? I forwarded you an email about Tim Hayes wanting 5 minutes. Did you see that?
Yes.
Have you all arranged that? I sent it to you and Nelson. Have you all arranged anything with Tim?
No, but I can send him the link and kind of remind him.
Is he wanting to be in person or is he wanting to Zoom it in?
I really don't know. I just got that
couldn't tell
email. I forwarded it on, so I don't really
Okay.
know anything about it. But I would assume Zoom, because I don't think he'd be coming back from Colorado.
Oh, yeah. He's all the way out there. That's right. Yeah. And then the other announcement is that Tina, who was doing programs, has just been, and she hasn't been to the meetings in a couple of 3 weeks because she's just been totally swamped at work. She's doing fine personally, other than just, they've had some loss of staff, and so she's having to double up on things. So she hasn't been able to attend the meetings as you noticed, and then she's not been able to devote any time on programs. So, if anybody has any ideas on that or suggestions for programs, please pass those on to me, and we'll reach out to folks and get the programs set. But we could use some help in thinking about what might be some good programs for the club as we go back to in person.
We probably, since we're having a program next week, we probably ought to have assembly the following week.
Yeah,
And maybe even have a board meeting, since we haven't had one in a long time.
that'd be a good idea.
And that usually is at 11 on that day. I don't know if you can get away that far ahead.
Yeah, were you asking if I could?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
okay, good. Yeah, we'll do that. Nelson will put that in his note too.
Bless you.
Bless you.
All right.
Snuck up on you.
Any other announcements?
I've got an announcement.
Yes, sir.
Marvin sent me an email asking me about a continuation as secretary next year. And I told him that I'm going to be declining that offer. I got too much to do on the farm. And so this next coming month will be the last for my secretary duties. So we're
Okay.
going to have to probably put that up for a vote to see who wants to be the secretary.
You've done a great job, Nelson. Those are going to be big shoes to fill.
I got small feet, so it'll be all right.
Okay. Well, we will start that search.
I have one thing to tell everybody. I've finally booked our first band. I've got 4 slots open, but I have booked our first band for the barbecue festival.
Great.
So woohoo.
And-
Yeah, I know.
And who's that?
They are the ones that play a lot at City Drive-In. They're called Pierce Danger. They are not bluegrass, but that's okay. And they want to be 7 to 9. So the 11 o'clock through to the 7 o'clock are wide open. I've asked Jody Lovelace. I think he will do one. I don't know what time he wants, but other than that, I'm sort of at a loss. But
Okay.
it's only April, so
Yeah,
anyway.
good. Thank
But
you.
I was happy to get one. I was thrilled actually to get one.
Yeah,
Good job.
I'll put a happy dollar in for that.
I was happy.
That's a happy dollar right there.
Yep.
Any other happy dollars?
Yeah, I've got a couple. Joe Montgomery said he's been looking at the Zoom meetings, and then he said he's been doing it all year. And since I put out that email that says I'll pay $1 if you let me know that you did Zoom. And so he says I owe a lot of money. So we have to figure out how many Zoom meetings this is, and I'll make it good.
You'll be sorry you said that.
Yeah, I do.
That's great. That's great. Any other happy dollars? And then we need to spin the wheel. Then Alex isn't here, but Robin, you can do it, but you got to do the sound with it this time.
She's on mute too.
Was that George?
I said she's on mute.
Yeah.
Oh, and I forgot, I owe
Okay.
another $1 for Tina too.
Oh, you owe one for Tina too?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll make that 2. Okay, There's 83, right? Yeah, okay. So 34 is Cindy.
Ah,
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
me.
Cindy, you win $8.
Hey, that's good. Give it to Bill Carson.
excellent, excellent. All right, well, we don't have anybody else that we need to spin for, do we? We had it last week, so
Yeah, we did. Last week, Nelson won.
that's right, that's right. Well, as you saw on the note, today's speaker is James. James, I think everybody knows Mr. Heileman and as our scouting rep and so forth, and he had a program that he wanted to present today. So, James, I'll just turn it right over to you, and it's good to see you. Good to have you on board.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me back. I did put together a quick PowerPoint. I think that I can get to share here. All right, does everybody see the PowerPoint?
Yep, I see.
Awesome. All right, so again, thank you guys for having us. I'm going to run through the different areas of scouting and then some of the events and things that we have coming up. And I think there'll be room at the end so that you guys can ask questions. Or feel free to ask questions during if you guys prefer to do that. I'm open to anything. So, some exciting news is that the end of last year, I became a senior district executive. So it's a little bit of a promotion. Doing a lot of the same thing, just taking on a little bit more council level responsibilities. But I did technically get a promotion towards the end of last year. So with that, I cover 4.5 counties now. So I cover Banner Elk to Hot Springs and anything north of I-40 in Buncombe County is the area that I serve now. There we go. So national, all of this is stuff that I'm sure you guys have, or what you guys read in the papers and in the news feeds. National is filed for bankruptcy. That is a national thing. So the lawsuits that come with that is also national. And because of the bankruptcy and the lawsuits, national is working through restructuring. There used to be the national organization and then 4 regions, and then within each region, there was 10 to 15 areas. And then under the areas is each of the councils. National is restructuring that so that there is less channels to get through between the council and national. So there's going to be the national office and 12 territories, similar to the Federal Reserve territories that they have. We're going to have 12 territories, and then it'll go straight to the council after that. We're eliminating one of those tiers to get from national to local councils. That's about all I know for that stuff because those are all national issues. Luckily, that doesn't affect most of our council. There's no litigation for our local council that I'm aware of, which is good. Last year, we didn't have summer camp, so we lost $2 million in revenue from that. I believe I mentioned that before I left, but yeah, we lost $2 million in revenue last year. However, we were able to make our budget match. We ended the year with plus like $15 in unrestricted net assets. So we managed to make it through the year pretty well. A part of that adjustments to make it through the year is our council restructured. So we went from 5 districts serving Western North Carolina to 3, which is a part of why I now have the north half of Buncombe County as a part of what was the Toe River District. Some other things that helped us make it through is our virtual merit badges. Since about a year ago now is when we started our virtual merit badges. We have helped 3,000 scouts from all around the world earn over 8,000 merit badges, which is just really impressive to think about. We've had scouts from all 50 states, Puerto Rico, DC, And then other countries as well, including Germany, UK, Egypt, the Philippines, South Korea, Japan, and there's probably others because our system doesn't allow non-US addresses. The only way we know that those folks are from those areas is during the class they mention, oh, I'm in Germany right now, kind of thing. But it is really impressive to see our councils, volunteers, and the leadership within our council help scouts literally all over the world stay focused and learn hobbies and careers that will last them a lifetime. And then, like most of our councils, Friends of Scouting is a big portion of our revenue. Last year, it was a larger percentage of our budget than normal. This year, we're currently at about 75% of our goal. So we're working our way to that. Our goal for Friends of Scouting this year is 402,000. And we're getting pretty close to there. We're at 75%, I think, as a council currently. And then that brings us to our current district. Our district is now Mount Mitchell District. It makes sense because the 4.5 counties that we have and the way the roads are aligned is a big circle around Mount Mitchell. So we kind of picked that to be our district name, which was nice that we were able to get all of our volunteers together, mostly through Zoom, but we were able to pick our new district name, and we had other suggestions, and that's the one that we landed with. Currently, we have 363 total scouts, which is down a little bit from where we were last year and definitely before 2020. Not being able to get into the schools to recruit made it a little bit more difficult. But the good news is we're starting to see that shift. We got 12 new scouts in April alone. So with that shift, we're starting to see some recruitments happening to get those kids. They're ready to go back out and do scouting and really anything, not just scouting, but they're ready to go out and be active doing activities again. And then as a district, our district is leading the way with our Friends of Scouting campaign this year. We have, we're at 80% of our goal, but it looks like we're going to need new donors to try and hit that goal. We've worked a lot of the folks that have historically given, but we're getting there, and we've got plans in place to help try and get us to that goal. Our district goal this year is 115,000, which is way more than what we're used to in what was the 4 counties, because we're adding half of Buncombe County. Our goal went pretty high up on that one. All right, and then in Mitchell County alone, we have 3 units. PAC 505 has 13 scouts at the Episcopal Church. I would say across the street from here, but we're not at the church right now. But at the Episcopal Church, the PAC has 13 scouts. In Bakersville, we have 7 Cub Scouts. So those are elementary age kids that we have 20 scouts registered in Mitchell County. And then the troop has 5 scouts, technically 4, and 1 is registering. We have the application, it's just not processed yet. But we have 5 meeting at the troop in Spruce Pine as well, which is pretty good numbers for the area. That stacks up about the same as Burnsville and about the same as Avery County as well. And then for our Friends of Scouting in the county, we have been able to start fundraising in the county yet. So that's the look on our areas. Now, the fun part that I'm enjoying is the stuff that we're doing. We had Cub Parent Weekend, which is the Cub Scouts coming out to our summer camp. We had 100 scouts come out, which is great. It was our first event where we had scouts back in camp. That was 2 weekends ago. They were able to do the shooting sports and the crafts and games that they all enjoy doing. We were able to get everybody out at camp in the woods again, doing some of the fun stuff. The section conclave is when everyone together. Our council hosted this year. That was this past weekend. And we had scouts from as far as Charleston, Augusta, the other side of Charlotte come to our camp. We had almost 700 total. And at that, they compete in quest events. They compete in a lot of these other events that we have going on for them. And the good news and the really awesome part is our council won Lodge of the Year. So our youth not only helped prepare and plan the section event, they also found time to help get themselves to winning the Lodge of the Year, which was the first time in 8 years, I believe, that we've won Lodge of the Year. The 5th time in our council's history that we won that. So it's really impressive and exciting that we were able to overcome the challenges of 2020, planning the whole section event, and then be able to win the competitions as well was pretty fun. The Council Pinewood Derby is coming up this weekend at the Asheville Mall, which is pretty exciting that we're able to do it out in the public so where the public can see our scouts having a good time participating in the race. It's a council event, so we have Cub Scouts from all over our council going to show up that day and try their best to get their little car that they've made to win the race. You guys are all welcome to come to the mall. It's Saturday at 1, the Asheville Mall, and watch the kids enjoy racing their Pinewood Derby cars for that. That's something we're really excited about. And then I was at a meeting this morning for our day camp for 2021. It is going to be at Covenant Community Church, which is across the street from Reynolds Middle School, next to Reynolds High School, if you guys are familiar with the area. And we're expecting 50 to 60 Cub Scouts come out for that each day. It's a week-long event where they'll be doing crafts, they'll be doing science experiments. Our theme this year is Down on the Farm. So we're trying to get some farm animals to come out and let the kids see and learn about different farm animals. And then of course, all the stuff that they always do and enjoy, the shooting sports, the archery, and then the other games that we may have. So those are the few events that we recently had and those that we had coming up. And then I believe that concludes my presentation. But now I'm open to questions because I'm sure you guys have some questions on what scouting is doing in the area and how we're faring through the global pandemic that has happened, that we're in the midst of.
So, question I have is regarding your packs and scouts here in Mitchell County. You indicate you had a pack in Spruce Pine and a pack in Bakersville, but you only have scouts in Spruce Pine. Is that the way that is?
Yes, the Bakersville unit does not have the older troop yet.
Okay.
When they age up, they'll go to the Spruce Pine troop until we get enough scouts to start one in Bakersville.
And you said that you don't have Friends of Scouts yet in this area, and I don't know what Friends of Scouts means.
So Friends of Scouting is our revenue, it's donations. We haven't started soliciting donations from folks in the area yet. I know that the club has been one of the supporters for a long time in that endeavor. We've had Sabelco last year came in with $1,000 donation, which was really good. I've been told they'll probably do it again this year, but we have to wait because we didn't get it until like November of last year. So they're not wanting to commit right away again. But I'm sure they'll come back and support again as well.
Mm-hmm. And if somebody wanted to donate, how do they do that? How would they do that?
There's a couple of options. There's a link on our council website, danielboonecouncil.org. I can put that in the chat.
And so you got the Daniel Boone Council, and then you've got the Mount Mitchell District. How many districts do you have in your council?
We have 3 now. We went from 5 districts to 3 this past year.
That's right, okay.
Ours is the middle district, I would say, geographically and membership wise, we're in the middle. We have one district that is the 7 counties west of Asheville, is one district. It's the largest geographically, the smallest in membership. And then we have the district south of us that is Transylvania and Henderson County and the south half of Buncombe County. It's the smallest geographic, but the largest in membership.
How does the membership, and I'm sorry for bombarding you with questions, but curious, how does the membership between rural and urban, between Asheville and the rural counties? I wonder how that switches out.
So ours, I was looking at the Cub Scout numbers specifically for our day camp. We had 107 Cub Scouts in Buncombe County, the Asheville area. And then we had 70 scouts scattered. The older scouts would be similar. You would just double the numbers roughly for that. For the other districts, I don't know. I know the 7 counties west of Asheville has just shy of 200 scouts collectively. And the district as a whole that's south of us has 650, almost 700 scouts. And I don't know where they are at in those 2.5 counties or anything, but they have almost 700 scouts south of us.
Good.
I'm expecting this fall we'll be able to get back into schools. It's looking like from the superintendents that we've been able to talk with, we'll be able to be back in the schools, at least in some sort of manner, in front of the students, inviting them to Cub Scouts. And with that, I would expect our council would recruit 800-900 to anywhere from 800-900 to 1,500 scouts, depending on how eager their parents are to bring them back out. But I would expect almost anywhere around that 1,000 kid mark this fall when we get back into recruiting. Anything else from anybody? I enjoy the questions.
Hey, James, if you send me the link, I can go ahead and put it and post it on the notes for today.
Hey, James, I had a question. You mentioned on the
in the chat.
Oh.
Go ahead.
Okay, this is Glenn. You mentioned that last year the summer camp was impacted by $2 million not having because of the COVID.
Correct.
What's the forecast for this year's summer?
We are virtually sold out. I mean, I mean that in the term of we're basically sold out, not it's a virtual camp. We have 5,600, 5,700 scouts registered to come to camp this year. We tried to limit the numbers as best we could, and then it just exploded. And we have 7 weeks of scouts coming this year, and they're pretty much full every week with just a few spots in any of those weeks to sign up. So luckily we've bounced back and we're able to have a full summer camp again.
Wonderful.
Great.
Yeah. And where will the summer camp be?
Our Scouts BSA summer camp is in Canton, North Carolina. It's Camp Daniel Boone. Our day camp for the Cub Scouts is the 14th to the 18th of June. And someone mentioned the link to donate, and in the chat is our council website, which somewhere on our council website, I don't know specifically, there is a link to donate, but also there's a
looks like we might as well.
smart.org. If you guys go,
We,
Say that again?
you froze up there, James. We lost your,
Oh, scout.getsmart.org is a link that'll take you guys straight to a Friends of Scouting page. I think you guys should be able to see it now. It'll take you straight to that Friends of Scouting page. And it'll also show you some of the items that we give away for those that make donations and stuff. We can mail you some of the patches we have. It's convenient that this year's patch is a Scout is Clean. We started this a long time ago, working our way through the Scout law with trustworthy. And then we had loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty. And this year is clean, which is really great that it was this year's patch is clean,
yeah.
going with the pandemic and everything. So that part was pretty exciting.
The universe kind of works that way at times, doesn't it?
It does. When we tried to get the, because we used the Norman Rockwell paintings, we tried to put the masks on the kids that are in the painting, and they wouldn't let us do that because that's a copyrighted image. So they wouldn't let us put the masks on, but we tried.
Well, although I think we're all kind of tired of the masks now and would like to get rid of them.
Yeah. How are you guys in the club doing on, I heard that you guys were coming back to in person next week if you wanted to.
Yeah, most of the club has been vaccinated, and not that that's a requirement to come back, but
yeah,
people are feeling comfortable, and we're gonna, keep 3 to a table at the club. We're not fixing meals; just you got to bring your own lunch, and then we'll Zoom it at the same time, so it'll be a hybrid.
Yeah, that's awesome. My
Yeah.
club's doing the same. They're starting back in May with the in-person hybrid thing.
Yeah.
Down in Asheville.
Yeah. Very good.
So good. Glad to see everybody again. It was nice to be in and see all of you guys.
Yeah, and I'm very excited about the fact that the Scouts are still out there, still going strong. I mean, obviously your summer camp, that's great news. That's so well subscribed. I dare say probably most everybody here has been a Scout or a Girl Scout or what have you. It was a part of growing up in my area. So, well, thank you very much. Any other questions for John or James? All right. Anything else for the club before we break into the cards? Well, we don't have the cards today, do we, Robin? You can select who's going to get to draw next week.
Right.
Yeah. All right. We'll go ahead and select that then, and we'll see who gets to draw. Oh, you're on mute again.
Yeah. I've been sitting here shuffling these while James was talking. Anyway, it's number 7.
Lucky
Who
7.
is Marvin, and he's not here.
Okay.
So I'll mark it down and we'll let him draw next week. Actually,
Yeah.
he'll be able to draw a card
Yeah.
in person. We
That's
won't know how to
exciting.
act. And everyone that's been on permanent, you'll have to go back to putting your dollars in the basket and getting your ticket next week.
Bring your green
Bring
stuff.
your green stuff. And I will have bills for Happy Dollars and card and wheel and all that stuff for those of you who've been doing this for a while. So
Okay. Any questions by anybody on the meeting next week? It's going to be exciting.
We're gonna clean up, don't we have to clean up or something, Chuck?
Just wear pants.
Huh?
Don't forget to wear pants.
That too, huh?
Yeah,
real clothes
yeah.
A lot of pressure.
and shoes.
But do we have to consolidate all the items or we're gonna do that after the meeting?
Yeah, just hang around there and look and see what we have. Again, they're not in a rush to get it done, but they just wanted to have us look at it and see if we can consolidate and free up some space for them.
And how about Colette's stuff? Is is it kind of like where she's not coming back, period, or do we know?
I have not heard back from her, but I will try calling her again.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was just wondering if she's kind of done and maybe,
Yeah,
we ought to let her get her stuff.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Well,
the
yeah,
only
we'll-
thing we have stored over there is napkins and placemats, and that doesn't take up very much.
I thought she had her chafing dishes and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, she does. She has those, but the stuff that belongs to us.
Oh, yeah, us. Yeah.
We'll look-
One other thing, I mean, I look like we got at least a minute or two, if you don't mind.
oh, yeah.
We could do something like take orders at DT's, for sandwiches. I'm not saying this first time because it's going to get too confusing, but once we get established back, we could do something like that and let people call in and say Rotary and do it that way.
Mhm.
And then one person could be assigned to pick it up. It would mean a little something for the treasurer to have to bill it back, but it wouldn't be, I think we could just negotiate a flat fee with DTs at $10 or $11, whatever the number needs to be, and then just have a list of the names of the people who called in their order, and then have one Rotarian pick it up and bring it in, and then you could just either bill it or they could pay you as a treasurer or pay the person back, however y'all work it out. But that might be a way to support the local
Mhm.
restaurants, and it doesn't have to be DT's every time. It could be somebody else, you could alternate it.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you could go to the Mexican food restaurant there.
Yeah. You could do, you could, like I say, you could just try to support the whole community, community of restaurants.
Yeah, I like that Las Cruces.
Huh?
I like that Las Cruces. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're a
They're
little
good
more
food.
expensive, but they're really good.
Mhm.
Well, they may even deliver it if the order is big enough.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, some may, yeah. I think DT's probably would. I don't know if Las Cruces would have the staff to do that, but
They seem to run pretty thin,
Mhm.
but like I said, good food.
Yes.
Well, let's plan on talking about that next week, and we'll get a consensus and we can get something worked out on that. And reach out to DTs and see what they say. Who's planning on joining us next week? And we got, was that 6, 7? You're coming, Bill?
Sometimes yes, sometimes no.
Okay. We know how that is.
We'll be driving up from Edisto, so won't be available.
Well, you got all summer, so we know you'll be in later on. All right. Anything else? All right. Well, we can close the meeting with the 4-way test of things we say and do. Is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned?
Concern.
Will it build goodwill and
Goodwill and
better
build friendship.
Friendship.
Will it be
Will it be
beneficial to all
beneficial to all
concerned?
concerned?
Concern.
All right.
Okay.
Thanks all. We'll see you next
Bye,
week.
guys. See you later.
James,
Bye.
thanks.
Thank you, guys. Take care.
Thanks, James.